Hey, Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Today was, oh goodness, it was Tuesday, February 27th, 2018. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I traded the afternoon session. I wasn't able to trade the morning. The morning was a good trading session. Looked like you might have had to enter in one or two times to be able to collect the whole move. I was able to catch the move from S1 today in the last, I guess, last hour of trading. I have a video together that I put together that it's rendering right now. It's about 21% done. I didn't get done till close to the, I guess it's 1:30 CST time. What's going on? I want to apologize to anybody that I offend, obviously, at any given time. I'm not perfect. I don't read everything, especially when it hits the weekend. There was a very thoughtful comment that came from the bar chartist, but I don't know why I didn't see it, but it was the weekend, and usually when I shut down my system, and the reason the T4 platform on Friday afternoon, when they shut it out, they don't reopen up the T4, commodity trend, Cunningham trading service, I think it's the company name, CTS, who runs the T4 platform. They close it down from somewhere on Friday or Saturday all the way until the market reopens up on Sunday, pretty much. So I don't have access to my trading platform at that point, since it's computerized, or what's that saying that is, it's I mean, I have my own save file on my computer that inputs my template, but the trading platform itself is held with the T4 service is with CTS, and I don't have control when they do their weekly backups and all that stuff that they do. And I would tell you that it's pretty much required now, since the markets are open pretty much 24/7, 5 days a week. So it's a little bit more, I guess, if you think about Sunday night into Friday afternoon about 5, right? Or 5 Eastern, 4 Central. Anyway, long story short, towards the end of the video, you'll see me talk about forecasting. You'll see me talk about delta neutral as a concept, and some other things that I used to do as a trader back in the day when I was working for those that don't know. I got my start with a big mutual fund company here in the city of Pittsburgh called Federated Investors. Then I went to private money management. So the way I always say is I started trading billions, then to millions, and then to thousands. It's not the way that you want to do it, but I've been a much more happier trading thousands, because trading thousands, it's just me. I only answer to myself now. And if I put something out there, then obviously I'm answering to you. And when I look at my channel, it's a culmination of a lot of things that I've experienced over my past. And I'm not perfect, and I never would say I'm perfect, but I probably know more than, I would say, 90 to 95% of you guys out there right now as it relates to trading. So I reserve the 5 to 10% that know more than me. But just because I know all this stuff doesn't mean that I execute it properly all the time, because that's the human in us that either sees things differently. When I see a down, you might see an up. When I'm seeing an up, you might see a down. Or it just might be a mark in the sand that is range bound. So to get away from those kind. I mean, when I look at today's trading, if I was trading in the morning, I've got to wonder, would I have caught the short side signal? And I would say, yeah, highest volume bar was on the blue side, and I'm pretty sure I point that out in the video, the highest blue bar volume and how you would have took advantage of that. So highest, I, I I wrote that a comment that, as a general rule, the highest volume bar coming into the trading day is the direction of the trade that I want to be moving. Now, the highest red, if it's a highest red bar volume, then I should be looking to go long into the 8:30, 9 o'clock CST time. If the highest volume bar, and it usually can go for the first hour of trading, so it could be anywhere between hour to hour and a half. So that highest volume bar applies to about, I would say, 8 a.m. CST to what does that be, 9:30 CST on any given day, except on the day that the inventory is coming out. So, and that could either be the Wednesday or the Thursday of that. So highest volume bar is something that I try to pay attention to on every day except the inventory day. And then I'm looking to, trade the CL pit strategy that I've put together on that day. And, honestly, it's a 3P target against the 1R stop. That's the kind of the way that I handle that inventory trade. And it does better than it still makes more than it loses, although it's all up to the operator. The operator being me, if I don't correctly trade it, it's not worth the 2 cents or the soapbox that I preach off of. That's about it. I don't really have much to talk about. Most of my trading talk came in after I got done with the trading session. So once this video loads up, you might enjoy that. I talk about, the forecasting model, how we would deal with the financial analysts that had the MBAs and all the other degrees behind their names, and then how I would do a concept called delta neutral, because honestly, they were wrong over 50% of the time. And so that goes to show beating an average, being like the S&P or whatever that average that they were, they never would go after something. It'd be like, the gas and oil average of something of these companies put together, and that's the average they're trying to beat. So you look at some of these mutual funds, we did better than blah, blah, blah average. So you always hear that out in the world. That's kind of I get a kick out of it. And it's hard to beat the market. I mean, if the mutual fund managers can't beat the market year in, year out, just think how hard it is for us as an individual trader and that goes back to 90% fail, So even there's very few mutual fund managers that make money over a period of time. Some do, some don't, most don't. So I would say some can, most can't when it comes down to it. They rely either too much on fundamental analysis, or they rely too much on technical analysis, or they rely too much on both of them, or they're just stupid. They're just plain stupid. When I put the plain stupid into the know-it-all category, the fund managers that are the know-it-alls are usually the ones that might do good for a while, and then when things go against them, they peter out and wish they never got into the business. So and I've seen the whole realm of that in my trading days back in the day. It's not easy to stay on top of your game 24/7. And there's a lot of pressure for these guys that run these pools of money that are collected and whatnot. So nothing against them. I mean, they're a lot more knowledgeable than I am when it comes to a lot of stuff. But I've got comfortable in my own skin and how I do things. And it's the challenge of I don't know if it's a challenge of beating the market, because it's really not beating the market. You're trying to, I look at it as treading water with the market, looking for the occasional big wins that continually will fund your trading. So to be able to see the market through a set of eyes so that you can look at it differently than what most people look at it, that's usually the basis of where I think the successful trader starts. You know, if you're running with the crowd, yeah, you'll be right sometimes, but most of the time when you're running with the crowd, you're buying when everyone's selling that are in the know, or you're selling when everyone when the knowing's buying, or reverse that, whatever. So it's a different way of thinking. It's a different way of going about trading to understand. Basically, you're sitting in a contrarian viewpoint a lot of times, and but you're also recognizing that the market's doing what it's doing because the price action is the truth. At any given time, wherever this market is trading, that is the culmination of all the knowledge of all the traders and all the other people that are involved in the market. That is the truth. The truth is the price action, and you have to, as a technician, as a fundamentalist, as a combination of both of them, you have to believe wholeheartedly that the truth is being shown on the charts at any given time. That's where I believe a lot of people start failing, and we're all trying to figure out, um, where we find value, correct? Or you should be trying to find where you find value. So that, in a nutshell, is probably my talk for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I put a lot of thought and energy into the afternoon trading session, and then the talk after that is a lot more about, just odds and ends that I put together. So I'm not going to get into that. I'll let that speak for itself. All right, that's it. Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video I put together. Bye for now. All right.